When looking for something to paint today, I figured this Rapala Countdown would be a good candidate. Quite frankly, it needs a new paint job. Before I talk too much, I wanted to point out this absurd split ring on here. It strikes me as though someone might have broken the original, and they're like, "Oh, I don't have a replacement," so they just grabbed the one off their keychain. No judgment here. More power to you. When there's a will, there's a way. Anyway, back to this lure and the design we're doing. Rapala has some of the best colors known to man. Really is a trend-setting company. However, they're going to catch the most amount of fishermen with the least amount of baits. Now, when I say that, I mean they're not going to get very specific on localized patterns. Like, for example, you're never going to find a Rapala in a darter pattern because no one with a sane brain is going to try to paint those. You're also not going to find them with a Fathead. Now, they might have a Fathead, but I'm almost certain they don't have a Fathead. I'm almost certain that there's not a Fathead name brand mass-produced lure on the market. Now, I'm sure there's customs, and like I said, don't quote me on this, but it's not a very common pattern you're going to see. So if you have Fathead minnow in your lake, this might be a great lure for you. I could imagine this is going to be a really good bait fish presentation and something they're going to resemble something close to what they normally eat. Anyway, enough about the bait. There's one thing I wanted to point out in this video, and I'm sure this is a problem a lot of other painters have faced and dealt with. Matter of fact, I think it's a problem every single painter is going to eventually face, is water condensing in your line and shooting out of your airbrush. There's nothing more frustrating than this because it seems like I would never get water when I was priming the bait. It was only when I was on the final step, doing some really intricate detail. I just need this one piece to be done, and I'd eventually get water to spray out of the nozzle. Now, part of this is because I'm painting more than one bait at once. Another part of it is that it's spring and it's humid as can be here. And it's almost summer where it's going to be even more humid. So if you're suffering with this problem, go on Amazon and get one of these water separators. They're fairly cheap, and this isn't like an affiliate link. I'm not trying to make money off you. Just a helpful tip. Thank you, Sea Witches, for teaching me this. But it seriously will save so many baits. It's been a game changer for me, and it's kind of built my confidence back up because when you're doing these really intricate baits, a lot of times it's taking a while. The compressor's going quite a bit. It gets hot. You're bound to get water. With this, I don't think I've had water spray out once since I put it on. And I've had it on for about 2 weeks now. So that's pretty awesome. Thank you, Sea Witches, again for that helpful tip. It just saved the day. And anyway, I will talk about the bait a little more. We're almost done with it at this point. Just putting a gold back on it. And when I do this black line, I have my black paint thinned out extremely thin, and I'm very slightly spraying on there. So when I shift the bait, you can't really see it straight on, but when you shift it, you can see that black in there. If you look at a Fathead, they have a little dark line, and it's hard to imitate that because it's not necessarily straight, and it's not necessarily super profound or pronounced. With this one, I decided, too, that I was going to try putting a red gill on it. I think that was a good decision. I think it added the little extra to it, I was going to do a black gill plate, but I thought red. People love the red, so that's what we did. And so here is the final product. That's pretty sweet. I'm happy with that. That's pretty cool. Thank you guys for checking this out. If you guys want to see any patterns, I'm going to try another darter today. But if you have any other patterns you want to see, comment it below. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for stopping in.